I guess today's topic, most of the things. The next, obviously, so we have installed IBM Installation Manager, and then we have seen how
Uh,
to, yeah, how to install
hmm.
WebSphere. Obviously, the next part is profile. So,
Okay.
I mean, I believe you know most part of the profile, right? Yeah.
Profile creation, I know.
Yeah,
Mm.
so yeah, I'll go. I'll let me see which is not which you're not familiar. Like you know how to create profile through silent method through command mode,
Through command mode, I know how to create it.
manage profiles.
Yes.
Okay, so you know anyways, GU also PMT, executing through PMT.
That I don't know because Windows we don't do. Most of the servers are Linux and Unix,
Uh-huh.
so that graphic interface we hardly do any installation. I haven't done using that.
Okay, yeah, you'll get only terminal, right? So putty session.
Uh,
So you have done using
yeah.
manage profiles, yeah. Okay, then manage profiles we'll discuss, and using PMT we'll see how to do PMT in this class.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And various kinds of profile. Okay, let us give a glance. So well, so profile in short, what we can say is so. Sorry for that. Yeah. So profile in short, what we can say is it is used to configure and manage a WebSphere environment. So I'm using two words here in profile, configure and manage. So why I'm saying two words is, yeah, as you know, there are two major kinds of profiles. So one is very often we use to manage our environment is deployment manager.
Yeah.
So yeah, using deployment manager profile, you can manage your WebSphere environment. And but in turn, through deployment manager, you will configure applications on application server profiles, right? So
Yes.
yeah, deploy manager is only used to manage your environment. So in short, we can say like profile is nothing but we can configure and manage our environment. And so the initial profile we can say the major profile which we use in our companies is application server where we configure our applications. So yeah,
JVM's part.
yeah, exactly. So JVM resides in application server, and so we'll see these things how to configure profile and manage. And then so there is a one more major profile which we use in the real time is deployment manager. So why
Yeah.
deployment manager? Yeah, why? Because in our office we our whole funda is the application should be high available, and then load balanced. So high availability and load balance means we should have some we should group uh, two or more servers so that we can maintain this environment high availability, and then load would be balanced. So you generally we may generally have servers in my environment, being financial sector, we are having eight cluster members. So we are grouping eight application
Okay.
server profiles and making as a cluster. So
Okay.
obviously, so all servers should have similar environment, and so and all these cluster members will have only one application. So these all should be managed at a time because all eight servers will have single application. So those things can be managed using deployment manager profile. So in short, we'll have a group of application servers, and those will be merged and made as a cluster, and those clusters would be managed using deployment manager. So these are the two major profiles we use very often in our production environment. Apart from this, yes, there are other profiles like you say custom profile. Custom profile is almost it's similar to application server profile. The only thing is it will while configuring custom profile, you have to give details more details manually. Here few details it will take by default. Here you have to give details manually while creating custom profile. It will have
Manually means detail मतलब. This I understood, that server profile and deployment manager, because we also are creating these two profile only. Custom
custom and
profile is not.
okay, you're creating application server profile, right?
The application pro server profile and deployment manager profile.
Okay.
These two profile only we generally create.
Yeah, that's true. These are the two profiles used very widely. So custom profile, nothing, even application name, every details, it will ask, it will give you an option to change if required. So yeah, so that's fine. It is, but it will have all the features of application server profile.
Okay.
And then next, cell profile. Cell profile is here it's I mentioned deployment manager and application server. So we'll get both at a time, and the plus point here is uh, in we'll go later. So what we have to do, we have to integrate these two servers to manage our environment. That term is called federation. We'll go those things in depth later. So right now I will use a generic term. We have to integrate these two servers to manage our environment. So what will happen in cell profile, these both would be integrated and will come as a set. So it will directly, your environment would be ready. So in general, this would be used for development environment. So developers, right, they don't need to take headache about integrating all those things. They can install cell profile and they can directly deploy the application and check whether application is working fine or not. So once they do any development testing, all those things, they can give to they can give to us and we can deploy in our environment. But this is option only like most widely used for development environment. But in fact, people doesn't really use cell profile as well in the real time. Just for knowledge sake, you can know like cell profile will have features about, will have DMGR and application server together.
So in real time environment, people don't use it generally.
Yeah, yeah. Especially for our admins in production environment, it's no way useful for us. I mean, so yeah, we just for knowledge purpose, you can just know these things. If for any if your project is very small and other project is having very tight budget constraints, then they may go for cell profile. And administrative agent profile, it's this is just simple actually. I mean, say suppose you are having, again it is obviously used in development environment, or else where you have small applications, and if client is having budget constraints. So what they will do, they will have some, say suppose they are having 4 or 5 application servers in their environment, and so it becomes hard to manage. Remember admin consoles for all 4 or 5 application servers. What they will do, they will there is something called register. We'll go through those things later. They will just again integrate the existing application servers to this agent profile, administrative agent profile. So I'll show you like how we will manage administrative agent. It's in short, you can say with only one browser or one admin console URL, you can manage your
Hmm.
multiple application servers. So you can manage multiple application servers using one admin console. I can say that. And this is different.
Uh,
Hmm.
the deployment manager
Exactly.
profile, we create a DMGR also for that particular purpose
Exactly.
only, na? For
Yeah.
that DMGR control, we
Exactly.
can manage all the
Hmm.
JVMs and app servers that we are
Exactly.
added.
Sure.
So
Hmm.
this administrative agent profile is different from this
Yeah.
deployment manager profile.
Yeah. I'll say what is the difference is. Um, Here only browser is. I'll tell you the difference. I'll say what exactly it will happen. Say suppose this is admin console of administrative agent. Okay.
Hmm.
Then what will happen? It's just simple. Here once you click on here in the user ID, you will find some drop down here
Hmm.
in the right side corner. So once you click on the drop
Okay.
down, you will see all the federated profiles, like same like this here. What you're seeing here. So select the federated
Okay.
profiles, and then once you select on that, once you select the federated profile, it will direct straight away go to that profile's admin console page.
Particular profile.
Yeah, and then so after you log in, you will only see that single profile. So
Okay, ठीक है.
only it is just an interface in short. So it's just an interface where in the one console page you can use to access your profiles. That's it. It is just used to access your profiles through this interface. That's it. Yeah. So deployment manager is far better. I mean, it's having many features. Deployment manager. This is just an interface. That's it. And job manager again, I have not seen in any project. It is configured. I'll show you in the diagram point of view this job manager. So job manager is nothing but if you have two environments. Say in some environment you are having deployment manager, application server, and in another environment you are having administrative agent. So you can federate, you can integrate the jobs in these two environments and manage through one uh, choosing one profile. So we'll see how far we could do job manager. Even this is not configured in the real time. So yeah, based on diagram, you can manage the jobs existing in different environments using this one profile. And
It is used for integration only this administrative agent profile and deployment manager. मतलब yeah, this is just an example.
yeah, true.
Only administrative agent and deployment manager profile, or just for instance, you have given an example of this particular thing. Ki deployment manager and administrative agent profile integration is done through job manager.
Yeah. I mean, any you can use any environments. You can use
Okay, any profile.
yeah. Any profile or
Okay.
any server you can you can integrate and manage the jobs. And apart from this, there is a new profile has come like in the latest version, some secure proxy. It's related to some proxy. So those things, right? In the real time, you might have heard some DMZ configurations, right? In your profiles.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
so are you using any edge servers? Edge servers? Edge.
I've heard about it, but no, I don't think so. We are using.
Okay. So if anyways, yeah, if our application is open to internet, they'll have some DMZ proxy settings. So one more
Yeah,
prof.
actually, na, we do have such type of application facing to internet or intranet,
Yeah,
and depending upon the server is allocated DMZ zone or corporate zone, and accordingly inductions of server is done
yeah,
and proxy settings or something
exactly.
like
So
that.
you will have some proxy settings. So you'll go to
Mhm.
the logs and check proxy, all those things. And yeah, so those proxy, one more profile has come for proxy. So it is nothing but the DMZ related to DMZ configuration. Okay. And so uh, these are the profiles of WebSphere. And now let us see how to install using a GUI then in the Linux box. Let me open VirtualBox. Do you have Linux in your laptop?
No, I don't have. I have asked Pradeep regarding that. You have said that there is a tutorial to
Mm-hmm.
download setup
Yeah.
box.
Yeah, Pradeep will share you the links. Yeah.
हाँ.
Praveen,
Yes, Sandeep.
this session is being recorded, right?
Yeah. It is being recorded.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Praveen.
Yeah, it's okay. So, what you could do, VirtualBox, even in Google also you can get, it is not big size, but it is there in the share drive as well. VirtualBox, you can download and RHEL RHL, the size is not compatible in there. I believe it is there in the drive also, RHL. Yeah. If not, you can download through net. Do you have broadband or through mobile you are connecting?
नहीं नहीं वाईफाई ब्रॉडबैंड जैसे.
Okay, cool then. Then it's easy, no worries. You can download VirtualBox and download RHL net also. Yeah, if you face any issues, we can take remote access and
हाँ.
resolve the issue. Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll do that installation.
Yeah. I guess you stay very near to your office, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because you came to home at 5:30, so people generally,
हाँ, it's 10 minutes far away from my office. My office.
that's cool. So you'll be getting much time, much free time.
Mm.
So generally, traveling takes more time. So you've never been to Bangalore, I guess, right?
नहीं, actually I have been to Bangalore. क्या बोलते हैं? I did one course in ICICI, so
Oh,
it
okay,
was
okay.
related to banking. So PGTB course. So I have been in Bangalore for 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Bangalore, yeah, the big difference is हाँ traffic बहुत ज़्यादा रहती है बैंगलोर में.
हाँ. Hmm.
I was there for around 5 years in Bangalore.
Okay. For study purpose or your
No,
initial job was
yeah,
there?
yeah.
मतलब.
Most of my experience was in Bangalore only. From 1 year I'm in
And you are
Hyderabad.
from Hyderabad itself or somewhere else?
Yeah, yeah. Basically from Hyderabad,
Okay.
but in IT I worked for most of the time in Bangalore only. Yep. And before that, before doing GUI, let us discuss about the command. Well, anyways, I'll just give you a glance. So while creating profile, these two logs would be created, and if if it produces any errors, we can check them in these logs, in the logs, manage profiles, pmt.log, and the profile which we are creating with that name log would be created. And any if we face any issues, right, those things will be recorded here. And and if you want to, yeah, install profile using manage profiles command, you should give the name and give the profile path where you want to create the profile. And the templates, they are templates whether you want to create management profile or default profile is nothing but the application server profile. If you use this template, application server profile would be created. And if you want to create management profile, you can select those profiles. And you need to give the cell name and the node name. So these cell name and node name we'll cover once we discuss file architecture. Maybe we can discuss those things after federating application server and deployment manager. How exactly file architecture, files and folders would be created. So we have a structure like cell, node, and then JVM. So based on that structure, we should give these names. So this is a syntax by which we can create a profile. And
Particular one is the command. Now, generally we use this only manage profiles.bat and then profile name. Matlab, what is the name of the JVM that you want to create, and then profile path, the installation path. That's what. Na this template path one command is which one? Matlab, I didn't get this template path.
okay, I'll show you here. Yeah. So yeah, we'll be having templates here. So default template is nothing but application server profile, and then I was saying profiles, right? DMGR profile, application server profile, cell profile. So we should give this profile template. Based on this template, it will create those appropriate profiles.
Okay.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll create one profile.
Profile.
Yeah, maybe one profile using PMT tool, and the other profile using this manage profiles. So since manage profile you have already done, we'll do once PMT tool, and if time permits, we'll do this as well using command. Okay, so
Yeah, manage profile I've used, but this only manage profile template I don't give, but I'll try to understand this. Okay,
then
first we do
yeah,
using PMT.
okay. I just want to make one thing. So you have created only application server profile, I believe. You did not create deployment manager profile as of now, I guess, right?
No, deployment manager profile also I created. I created deployment manager profile also, but usually we give this particular command only. Na manage profile.sh. We don't do in Windows, so don't use .bat. Then the profile name and then this particular path of installation. This is what we give.
No, then how would manage profile command would know which profile you want to create, whether it is application server profile or deployment manager. How it would know? You should give some details, right, so that it could create appropriate profile. I mean, what I want to say is,
Okay, okay.
if you give the profile template, it will, yeah, okay, it will create the profile based on the template which you give. Make
Yeah,
sense?
actually, then
Okay, maybe you can go through once again and see. But my only question is,
okay, ठीक है.
yeah, my only question is, how manage profile would know what kind of profile we need. We should give some details, whether it is application server profile or deployment manager. So as per my understanding, based on the profile template, it will create appropriate profile.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so from here through pmt.sh, we will create what you would want to create, application server or deployment manager.
Mm, Deployment manager.
Okay. Oh shit. Sorry. I mean, in this the server which we have installed on Linux, it is not having deployment
Mm.
manager. On Windows, we'll install deployment manager. Here we'll install application server profile. That's fine. I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll go to this path, and here you have PMT tool, profile management tool. So using this tool, we can install profile. Let's install the profile. On Friday, can you can attend class at 6 p.m. Right, Neha?
Yes, I can attend.
Okay, cool. And Friday, I want to merge the other two students which I'm having in another batch.
Okay.
I want to do some common topic on Friday.
Okay.
Maybe we can sit little long time and complete that topic on Friday, because Saturday, anyways, most of us would be having holiday. How about you? You are having office on Saturday?
I have off on Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday off. Cool. Okay, fine. So after entering pmt.sh, well, so it has open profile management tool. So once in this tool, you can just click on create. Well, it is easy GUI.
Mm.
You should just give the appropriate options and go next. So I want to create application server, not management profile. So that's fine. I want to go to the next.
This pmt.sh is only used in Linux using graphical user interface. This particular command.
Once you can just try, entering by .pmt.sh, whether it invokes this profile management tool on your desktop. Just try and see.
Okay.
It may not. It may not actually. It will have some configuration settings. Yeah, but yeah, this is used only for graphical interface. Yeah. Fine. So here, simple. If you go with advanced options, you have to give details manually. So right now, to save time, I'm going ahead with typical profile creation, and we'll enable security when we cover security topic. So
Okay.
I'm not enabling security. Yeah, it is creating with default values, and these default values we should know just for interview purpose. In the real time, again, we will choose the values as per our company standards and methods. So yeah, so default admin console port is 9060, default SOAP port is 880, default WebSphere HTTP port is 9080. I mentioned all these things in the notes. Fine. So till the time it gets created, let us go back and create manage profile command. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So command and the profile name. So let me give some. So I'll give DMGR2. And then the profile path, can give us this profile path, and then template path, let us give file templates dmgr. Yeah, this is the template path. Cell name, cells, nodes. Okay. Manage profiles. I'm giving the profile name with which I want to create. I'm giving the path where I want to configure, and I'm giving the template as a DMGR, and I'm giving the cell name which I want, and this is the host name, and this is the node name I want it to be created. So
Okay.
this internal architecture, these two names, cell name and node
Host.
names, if you don't give, it will take default values. Since I'm giving, it will take the values which I give.
Okay. That's why most of the time it gets created with the host name, cell name. Now initials are with the
Exactly.
host.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't give, it will get created with the default names. And so my question is this: I generally give this.
I don't remember it. That's why I'll check my commands tomorrow in the next one.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
this
No
particular
problem.
command is given so as to make it, matlab, to make the command realize that we are creating a DMGR profile. But the profile
Exactly.
template
Yeah,
makes sure that what kind of profile we are creating.
exactly. That's true. Yeah, base. Okay, and let me go to the bin. Okay, manage profiles. Fine. Manage profiles, create profile name, profile path, template, path, cell name, host name, road name. Fine. Okay. Let us now, yeah, it is getting created. Now let us check the status here. So here also it is getting created. So server is fully loaded now. You should just wait for the results. So in order to do something, let us check the logs. So slow it is not opening. Actually, it is slow because I'm recording as well. That is why it is slow.
Okay.
Maybe, we'll see if we could stop the recording for some time. After checking logs, we'll stop recording for a while so it becomes fast. Fine. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, this Instacom success log is enough to say that it is configured correctly.
The matlab return code should be instacon if success.
Yeah, that is enough. Yeah, this log. Yeah, in this log. So the log would be created with the profile name which we have selected. So in that log, if you find the status, that's enough. And yeah, we can start the server, launch the admin console, and start the server. That's it. So this shall we check? We will check this then. By the time the profile gets
No,
created, anyways, their profile is created.
understood.
Yeah, I mean their profile is creating, right? So this JVM name by default it will take server one. So even your office also your JVMs are with server one.
No, we give our matlab customized name.
Yeah, in if you create advanced, you can give customized names, and even while adding node while federating there also you can give the name as per our choice. So here by default, if you don't give any name, it will create JVM with server one.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't give any name, that's why we gave a name. Parameter of name is given, I guess.
Oh, okay. Um, oh, this tool is still open. Yeah, this tool no not required. We have created a profile already. We can close this. So let us see how far this profile creation has come. Yeah, so here also it is success, instaconf success, and parallelly let us check here also. So profiles DMGR02 and bin. So here it's being deployment manager. It should have we should start. We can start only using start manager.
Hmm.
So there we were using start server. Here start
So
manager. Yeah, and it should get started. Yeah, then by the time it gets started, we can have a glance, the important log files. So important log files in profile are like the very first profile as we were discussing this about this profile, where we can check the with which the profile is. The service comes, check the logs and its admin console. And after this, the more important logs during runtime are these two logs, system error and system out. So all the activity and be recorded in system out. And yeah, all the activities running on profile will be recorded in this log. And if JVM produces any errors, those errors would be recorded. But this is the same error would be recorded in this log as well. But errors will definitely get recorded in this log file. So these two are important log files during runtime. And apart from this, you'll be having many log files. So let us check the log files.
everything that is kept, most of the things that are in sys error are in sys out also. But generally, we check sys out.
Yeah, yeah, General checks is out, huh?
हाँ मतलब generally we tail system of logs
Mm-hmm.
only, system error hardly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because all the logs will anyways recorded in system mode. That's why, yeah, it makes sense. No worries. And logs. Okay, still many logs are not created yet because server has been created just now. Once we access admin console, all those things, few more folders should be created here, like start server.log and all those things. For example, if we go to this folder, let us see logs. Yeah, see here. This folder is created, and in this folder, start server, stop server. So yeah, even you check if you face issues while starting the server, you can check the logs in start server. And if you want to know the process ID, you can check dmj.pid.
And these native stdr and native stdr out logs are used for what purpose?
This is during runtimes. You can check logs. Some would be recorded there as well. Okay. Oh, it is still running. Surprise. Fine. So here also it is still running. In the meanwhile, let us check the log. I mean, admin console port logs file. Having admin console port as mine because it started to 60, but I'm keep on installing profiles. So every time the port number would be added one more digit. So that's why this profile admin console port is
Nice.
9065. So yeah, and the syntax with which we can access admin console is, so here localhost means the name of the host where the deployment manager is installed. I can, instead of this host, I can use um,
Server, right?
host name of this server as well. Yeah, so I can use this host name. Okay, and then port of the actual port, and then slash admin. So this is the syntax to access admin console. So once it is up, we should be able to access the admin console port. And let me see if I added that in the notes. It's not added. I'll add it. Yeah. So this is a syntax. Yeah. Surprise! It is taking a lot of time. By the time it is starting. We have covered some.
Hmm.
Yeah, finally it is started. So
Now
yeah, I mean, so here we have selected template as uh, a deploy manager. So that's why we are able to start the server using start manager. Well, anyways, we can access the admin console. No doubt about it. And on the Linux,
we did not get the username and password for this DMGR while creating this DMGR profile.
exactly. Yeah, because I do not enable security at this point of time.
Oh,
If you want to enable security, then you have to give all those things. About if is important folders. So in the DMGR, sorry, in the app server. So yes, profiles is important folder where we'll check, we'll get the installed
hmm.
profile in the VAS root and logs. Anyways, VAS root the logs here, but only when all those things at that you will check logs here. So in the work time, uh, if JVM have any issues means you'll go from the profile root and you have to check the logs from the profile level. So here you'll get the logs related to JVM and this is about logs. I just want to discuss about folders and here and yeah, we still did not cover in deploying applications, but after deploying applications, all your installed applications will be EAR file. EAR or WAR files of installed applications will be recorded here. So if you go to this folder, you'll find EAR files of your installed means, yeah, installed apps. So here you will see all the applications installed on your environment. And which if you have any applications installed, you will see those applications EAR file here like this. And if you want to check, if you want to go through about EAR files, you can take backup of this file and do some investigation about EAR files. And configurations, this is about profile level. If you want to check access any config files, you can access from here. Generally resources.xml and server.xml, that would be under the server level.
Okay.
And so you can check all this, yeah, if you have any JDBC connections, all those things would be recorded here.
Okay.
But I'll cover, yeah,
Okay. Cover it.
yeah, JDBC. Yeah. In fact, I'll cover all this file structure again in the file structure topic. Now since this starting is this everything is going slow, I'm covering all these topics. Fine. So here DMGR we are able to access admin console and okay, let us finish this topic. So this is about cell level and this is like complete your profile level. Cell level means, and if you go to the JVM level, node level, and then and server one, server one or server two, whatever. So you should go to this server level if you want to see some configuration is related to this JVM level. So simple example I can give you is if you want to know the port numbers of the applications which you have configured. So you can go to server.xml and open server.xml and you can check the port numbers here.
Mhm.
So yeah, so in server folder you will see the JVM level, and if the profile level you will see in this cell level,
Okay.
and node it's about
JVM level
would be
will be
like between
available.
JVM and
JVM we can see in node and profile in cell.
yeah, exactly, that's true. And and if you go to this vast root means that is about complete environment. If you check here, even here in the config, you will find configurations. You will find some files here, but it won't be required. Generally, we would be needing, we would need to edit in the profile level only.
Okay.
And, so these things again we'll cover it in the file structure. So yeah, so in the Windows we have created profile and
Able to access
we have just access, yeah, we are able to access admin console and Linux.
JVM. I don't think so. Observer profile. No, it's
Yeah, Linux it's open. Okay, it's just started. Okay, but that's fine. Again, accessing admin console is same. We should go to
hmm.
about this profile log cd space slash cd space dot slash logs cat about this profile. So here you're seeing admin console port as 9060. So http colon localhost colon 9060 slash admin, with that you can access admin console of this profile. And yeah, I want to wind up for today's class. Any questions so far?
One more thing. This security thing,
Sandeep?
na security thing. We in this server, na, matlab in this Linux box that PMT tool open, then we uncheck that security portion. Uh, but in the Windows box while we are creating that TMGR profile, that security pop-up did not came up, but still we were not, matlab we didn't give the username and password for the admin console.
Yeah. So default we did not give any. I believe in manage profiles. We should manually create the security after creating profile. If you use manage profile and
He did not give the security
yeah,
reason.
and
That's why we haven't given the password, username and password.
yeah, if you want to enable, we should give different options. Maybe I'll tell you tomorrow. I mean, if you want to enable security through managed profiles, we should add a few more syntaxes. I'll tell you tomorrow those things. So right now I did not give anything about security, so it is created without security configurations.
So Praveen, uh,
Yeah.
apart from admin role, do we have to do any other role? I mean, do we play any other role?
Well, in the company, right, it all depends on the environment. Sometimes, if they may recruit you on WebSphere, but inside the company, you would be having many other applications, not just WebSphere. So you should definitely know general system administration. Only, in big companies and big financial projects, you will hard code work only for WebSphere. But again, WebSphere would be integrated with load balancer. WebSphere would be integrated with SiteMinder, and WebSphere would be integrated with Splunk, and you would be having some middleware tools to manage your environment. So in the company, it's not like you won't be having only WebSphere. Only in the very big projects, you would be having only WebSphere. But you may definitely get a chance to work on some other applications also. So you should get prepared to learn once you go to the company. So for that basic system admin, you should know. I mean, parallelly, if you get some time, learn Windows admin and Linux admin. Linux, anyways, I'll teach you. Windows admin also, I'll teach you the basics. If you have enough time, you can go through YouTube videos or some online courses, something. I mean, Windows and Linux admin you can learn. And if you want, right, Zoom, Zoom, just type ZOOM, Zoom Technologies. So
And also, what kind of issues do we, I mean,
yeah,
what kind
yeah,
of issues arise
okay.
in general? I mean,
Well, see here in WebSphere, the common issues which we can say is, right. People will come and say suddenly application is becoming slow, or suddenly they'll say I'm not able to access URL. So here the commons issues, right, generally, right, if you restart JVM it will get resolved. Why application goes down means it could be because of some hung processes, or because maybe in the weekend restarts the server might not have come up, and because of some overload the JVM may go down. So in those things, in those situations, you have to you if you restart JVM, I mean JVM is, that is what, application server profile. If you restart, the issue would get resolved. So this is one scenario. And the other scenario, right, your disk space might be getting filled. So if your disk space get filled, you should know how to zip your files and remove the space. Those things will cover in troubleshooting scenarios. So those issues. So if you name like this, right, you will get many issues. So we will keep one separate session, about troubleshooting sessions. There we'll discuss all these scenarios and error codes. So if I name right continuously, we can say. So we'll keep troubleshooting classes, one or two classes. So right now, right, to the syllabus which we have covered, you can just remember now, right now, if application gets stuck, if application gets hang, you know the logs in the application server profile, which are logs you should read. So based on those things, you may have to restart the server to resolve the issue. And so far this is enough. We'll go in depth based on error code, which decision you have to take. We'll cover maybe tomorrow's class. We'll discuss about error codes, and we'll start the class. We'll do that thing, because I mean our class will extend if I say, if I continuously say. So tomorrow we'll discuss with error codes and go ahead. Maybe daily we'll take one example and we'll cover one real time scenario. We'll do that.
okay, okay. Thank you, Praveen. Good night.
Yeah, yeah, good night. And yeah, any other questions, Sandeep and Neha?
So this Zoom technologies is something new technology. Zoom.
No, no, no. Actually, no. I'm saying the institute name to Sandeep. Actually, yeah, yeah. Sandeep, you can try. You can try with that institute. If you have some time to learn some admin courses in that.
Oh, okay, sure,
I mean, not mandatory. If you have enough time, then only you can try.
sure.
Yeah. So okay, then we'll meet tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Good night.
Yes, Praveen.
Okay, fine. Bye
Thanks.
then. Good day and good night. Bye.